Yeah, so when I was 10 years old, up until the age of about 15, I was absolutely a technology addict. I was addicted to brain rot YouTube entertainment content, like some fucking compilation of football clips or some bullshit. I was addicted to video games, primarily Overwatch, which I played on the PS4 and on the PC. And I also used to consume a lot of content around that. Like if you're like me and you kind of have this grind personality, then when you find your grind, the thing that you're gonna level up in, you you wanna like get every advantage possible, and you go online and research and stuff. And that was what I did with the video games, right? I used to go on YouTube and watch all these clips and see how you could do the fucking like reload quicker or some shit, get more kills in the game. And I used to spend so much time on that shit. And at about 13, I also discovered short form content and I got addicted to that as well. So things like TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and also Snapchat. Because I was, I had Snapchat, right? And I used to send these fucking little gay ass pictures to my friends in my school, right? And that's also form of short form content. Like I received like, let's say 20, 30, 50 of these pictures from other people like every day basically, and I opened them and saw people had sent me, which is totally useless, obviously. But that's not really the point of this video. We already know that those things are bad, like the video games, the binge watching, brain rot content, entertainment content, scrolling, that kind of stuff. We already know that it's bad. So I want to tell you about a very, very powerful habit that I discovered at the age of 15 that not instantly, but over a relatively short period of time destroyed my technology addiction, really. And it is meditation. So you've probably heard about meditation online from people like Andrew Huberman if you've been in this space for a while and stuff. If you're a bit more based and you watch those kinds of people like Andrew Huberman, perhaps you've watched Hamza Ahmed, for example. He's another creator, and there's a bunch of guys that's been preaching meditation, and you might not have truly understand or understood the power of it, or perhaps you haven't taken action and actually start doing it. But I'm here to tell you that it's probably the most powerful habit that I use to overcome these sorts of addictions, right? So I'm 17 years old now, and when I was 15, I discovered it, and since then I've had like I've still had some problems with technology. Of course, I haven't been completely clean, but they have like drastically and dramatically been reduced, right? And I just want to tell you how I do it and what things I've like what benefits I've experienced as a result of them, really. And so actually, let's start with that. So basically, the main thing that I've noticed with meditation is that when you do it, we're gonna go into the actual specifics of how to do it later. But when you do it and you have done it for a while, you start automatically getting your brain into a state in which it's focused, right? So you probably have some sort of grind in your life. You might have studies or business work or gym or whatever, but you probably experienced like when you are doing the thing, when you're studying, when you're working, when you're lifting weights, you get these distracting thoughts, like, and they bring you out of your flow state. They distract you. Let's say you're studying and you get an urge, a little thought about going onto this website and watching some content here, and perhaps you indulge and you're not able to resist it. The thing that meditation has done for me is that it has eliminated all those thoughts. Like my basic state of mind is like fucking 10 times more focused than I used to be, right? I used to have all these like fucking bullshit thoughts pop into my mind because I was scrolling on TikTok and stuff, and I was interacting with all these people in school that were, you know, telling like fucking just gossiping about bullshit, about some gay ass little drama and stuff. And I used to get a bunch of those random useless thoughts from these information sources all the time, and they used to distract me a lot, and they do for 99% of the population because people are such content addicts these days. And also, when you have, for example, something like video games in your life, you have another grind that is easier to level up in than, for example, business or gym or martial arts. your brain is automatically going to think about that because it is hardwired to seek comfort and to be lazy, basically. You know, the law of least effort. If your brain can get the feelings of achievement, of status, of progression, of adventure, of brotherhood from video games a lot easier than it can from things like martial arts and weightlifting or reading and stuff, these like healthy self-improvement habits, then your brain is naturally gonna try to get you to do that by putting a bunch of those thoughts in your brain and distracting you when you're doing the productive habits. So meditation has just basically made my mind more quiet, which is like it's so powerful when you think about it. Because really, the only thing that's stopping you from becoming who you want to be is like our distractions. You have these bad habits that you're trying to get away from, and if you didn't get any urges to do them, if you weren't pulled towards them all the time, then you would make so much more progress, obviously, towards your goal, right? So meditation, it's amazing, man. Like it quiets your mind, really, and it gives you the ability to focus. Because if you're also eating things like carbohydrates and you have a lot of brain fog because of that, meditation is just it's just like another. It's like a supercharger to your actual like focus, and you can really make progress with things like intellectual stuff like business work. Like for example, when I'm speaking these words to you, I don't have distracting thoughts in my mind. I'm in a complete flow state right now, you know. That's because I've meditated this morning and I've also fasted, so that's kind of a boost as well. But that's really the main thing that I've noticed with meditation. It quiets your mind. It eliminates all these bullshit thoughts that pop up. Like back in the day, I used to have fucking get some song in my head that I had played a couple days ago or some shit. Just started playing randomly. You've probably experienced it as well, and it was super annoying. And I do still experience it sometimes, but it's way less now, way less. So because I've also taken a back step from music in general. But yeah, man, that's really the main benefit that I've experienced. And another one is that, which is also pretty big now that I'm thinking about it, is that you like when you get these urges in general, like you're gonna get them, right? You're not gonna eliminate them totally, but you can reduce them so much. However, when you do get them, what meditation has done for me is that it has given me a larger opportunity of time, or like time window, between when I get the urge and when I decide to indulge in it. Okay, so let's say I'm um, I'm doing some let's say I'm doing some business work, right? I'm working on this YouTube channel, some project that I have, and I get an urge to go into, let's say, chess.com and play some quick chess games on online, like these fast games, right? Which, to be honest, I nowadays I do consider that sort of like a video game, really. Obviously, chess is a lot less degenerate than other video games, but it's still, for me, it's not like just going online and playing on like an online site like chess.com, playing these quick games, not even calculating anything, just getting some dopamine. That's unacceptable for me at this point. So I might get an urge to go onto chess.com and play some games there, right? But meditation, it basically halts me from just opening up another tab and going onto it immediately. And it gives me like it just it's like what the fuck is it called? It curbs me, right? Like it puts a chain around me that, like a temporary, of course, but like from from me in like that keeps me from indulging in the video games, right? So really, I get the thought of doing it, but meditation halts me from like indulging, and it kind of gives me some clarity for a few seconds, which is all I need, right? It just reminds me of the things that I already know, that I already have in my brain, which is that you shouldn't do that. You should focus on this thing, right? So it gives me a bigger time window of opportunity to resist bad habits, and it has automatically, like, it's reduced the amount of bullshit, random, irrelevant thoughts that I automatically get in my mind, which is fucking huge, right? So that's really the main things that I've noticed. Obviously, there are various other benefits as well, but those are the two main things that have been the most relevant for me. So how do I actually go about meditating? Well, it's very simple. When I started out, I did 10 minutes a day, every single morning. To be honest, I had a 6 month gap, like a year ago, where I didn't meditate for some reason, it wasn't really that I was lazy or anything. It was just that I was convinced that I didn't really need it anymore or some shit. But that's just not true. You know, you're like, if you don't maintain your skill, your mindfulness, your focus skill through meditation, it's gonna drop. Like it's gonna decrease. It's gonna get worse, right? So, but like, what is it now? 8 months ago, it started again, like last summer. Um, and yeah, so what I do now is I do 20 minutes. I wake up, I do my morning routine, which is a cold shower. I make my bed and then I meditate for 20 minutes. I put on a guided meditation session on YouTube on my laptop. I, s- I, I use a video from a guy called Hamza Ahmad. You probably know him from YouTube as well. And yeah, I just sit there, I close my eyes, I breathe in and out from my nose, and I focus all my attention on my breath, right? So I really try to visualize and like feel the air flowing in through my nostrils, and out again. And really, what meditation is actually is that, like, I spoke with a guy at my martial arts gym yesterday, and he told me that he was like, nah, I don't, meditation doesn't really work for me because I get a bunch of these random thoughts in my mind when I meditate. So, and he thought like the point of meditation was that you should have no thoughts in your mind. And I was like, bro, that's like saying I'm not gonna go to the martial arts gym because I can't punch. Right? It's fucking. Obviously, it's very stupid. You go to the martial arts gym to learn to punch. You meditate to remove these thoughts, right? And the point of meditation is not to like have a mind that doesn't generate random distracting thoughts. It is to get them, realize that you've gotten them, realize that you've been distracted, and bring the focus back to the original thought, which for me is my breath. That is the point of it. And the more of these repetitions you do, the more times you bring your focus back to the original thought, which is for me is my breath, the more like that's gonna become your focused state. Like what you're doing manually inside a meditation session is gonna happen automatically when you're not doing it. That's the key point that I wanna get across. Really, you're gonna do something manually within the meditation session, which is to bring your focus back, but that's gonna happen automatically outside of it. Your focus is gonna be like it's gonna stay on the task at hand automatically because your brain is like you're training your brain to act in that way, right? So that's really what it comes down to. So I do it 20 minutes every single morning. I would probably, if you have never done meditation before, then I would recommend you doing it in the morning as well, because in the beginning it can be sort of a slow, like slightly boring habit if you've not been on a dopamine detox. But so like I would do it in the morning to just get it done, get like check off the box, and not postpone it and procrastinate on it until the afternoon or the evening. And I also find that my mind is a lot more clear in the morning than it is in the afternoon, for example. So it's easier to meditate. You know, like my mind is sharper, my focus is better and stuff. Fuck these voice cracks, man. I'm 17 years old. They should have. Yeah, I don't know where they come from, to be honest, but that's beside the point, right? Really, what I need you to take away from this video is that if you are someone struggling with some sort of digital addiction, like scrolling, like doom scrolling, binge watching fucking YouTube or Netflix, like entertainment content, or video games, then um, if you're similar to me, then I wholeheartedly believe that meditation will be one of, if not the, like single-handedly most powerful habits that you can get into to destroy that addiction. And how I recommend doing it is, let's say you start with 5 minutes in the morning, and then you get that up to 10 and maybe 20 as well. And I'm considering getting it up to 30. You know, I would say you can get it as far as like an hour or some, or yeah, probably like an hour before it becomes like before the ROI drops really. But I'm doing it 20 minutes a day, and I would you know, you can just copy that if you want to. So yeah, man, that's about it, man. If you want more help with this kind of stuff, with getting away from technology and like digital addictions and stuff, like you know, video games, scrolling, binge watching, you can check out the link in the description. It's my personal program that I've made, and yeah, man. Apart from that, I'll catch you in the next one. See you, bro.